Hello everyone and welcome back to a new tutorial video. And today we will learn how to make Titans. A lot of you have been asking me how I made some classes in my recently featured map Titans. So in this tutorial I'm going to do an in-depth explanation of all my Titans mechanics. I sort my Titans into 4 different categories. There is the simple Titans, the little extra Titans, the big extra Titans, and the holy freak how did you did that Titans. And we'll go together into that specific order. But before that I need to explain how the class system works in Fortnite. So you have the class manager and the class selector. The class manager lets you change player stats like the health, the shield, the speed, instant reload, the jump height aka the gravity, flight, the glider redeploy and siphon, and some other settings, but I don't use the others. You can drop weapons in it that will be displayed to the player when they switch to this class. The class selector lets you change the class you linked it to using the class ID of each devices. But most importantly, you can send a signal when you switch to a class, and that's mostly what I used for the majority of my Titans. I also used diverse other devices, but I will not explain every one of them in this video. If there is a device that you don't know how to use, I invite you to search for other tutorials on how to use them. Okay, now that this is done, let's see how Titans worked. For the simple Titans, it's just settings of the class manager, nothing else. In this category we have the Fisherman, Juggernaut, Soldier 3000, Calamity, Boom Boom, Bullseye and Arthur. There is literally nothing else. I just drop weapons in the class manager and change the settings in it. For the little extra category, I simply used the channel that the players send when they switch to a class to add something else, like a damage bonus for toxicity and vehicles for the brute and the snow rider. Now in the big extra category, I also used the channel players send when they switch to a class, but differently. This time I send it to a timer device that loop itself and transmit on an item granter. I made this to Titan like Vlad, Zeus or Knight, so they don't spam annoying objects. That way they only get the object every 30 seconds, for example. Don't forget to stop the timer when the player dies, or it will continue to give him the object after, even if they change the class. And now the moment you all wanted, the holy freak how did you did that category. In this one we have Prototype, Wonder and Nexus. I'll go with Prototype first, but basically I have one item granter for the 4th first upgrade and 4 damage bonuses for the 4th last. And a line of trigger that have a 20 seconds delay that trigger the next one, and an item granter each time. You trigger the first one when you choose the class, and so every 20 seconds I trigger a new item granter that upgrades my stuff. Now for Wonder. Wonder has the ability to teleport when you emote. For that I used a mutator zone covering the entire map, and that sends a signal when a player starts to use an emote. This signal is sent to an attribute trigger that checks if the player is in the Wonder class or not. Wonder is class 16, so if the player who dance is not class 16, then nothing happens. If it is, then it gets teleported in this hidden box above another rift set to teleport target group B. Then on the map there is a lot of rifts set to group B to teleport to. And last but not least, for Nexus I use the same mutator zone set to transmit when the player is leaving the zone. The zone is set to be just high enough so you leave it when you use a rift to go. And then you transmit on an attribute trigger. If you're in the Nexus class, then it teleports you back to the battlefield. If you're not, then you're teleported in this box with a death volume. That's it, that's how all my Titans work. I hope it was clear, and if you have more questions about the map, let me know in the comments. Keep in mind that all the Titans above the little extra category works because there can be only one of them in the field. If you want to make a similar game mode and just copy what I did but let every class available at all time, it will not work. That implies locking the Titans either permanently or until it dies. A lot of you enjoyed the map, and I can see a lot of you shared the map also, so I want to thank everyone who does and everyone who used my creator code. It means a lot to me, so thank you. And that's all for me for now. Let me know in the comments what other tutorial you would want to see. and I'll see you in another video. It was Cross, have a great day.